Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today we will cover a new topic which is lateral compartment of leg. First of all, the muscles of the lateral compartment of leg. We have two main muscles which are present here in the lateral compartment. One is peroneus longus muscle and one is peroneus brevis muscle. Okay, peroneus longus muscle is a long muscle and the peroneus brevis muscle is a small muscle. Okay, because longus means long and the brevis means small or short. The peroneus longus muscle originate from the lateral surface of the shaft of the fibula. Because they are present on the lateral side, so in the lateral compartment, so they will originate from the lateral surface of the shaft of the fibula, because fibula is the lateral bone and it is inserted over the base of the first metatarsal bone and the medial cuneiform bone on the plantar aspect of the foot. Okay, it passes beneath the bones of the foot and it passes below and it is inserted over the plantar side. Okay, not on the dorsal surface, it is over the plantar surface of the first metatarsal bone and the medial cuneiform bone. It is supplied by a superficial peroneal nerve, which is the nerve of the lateral compartment of the leg. Okay, superficial peroneal nerve is the branch of the common peroneal nerve. Now, what is the action of the peroneus longus muscle? It will do plantar flexion of the foot. As it is inserted over the plantar surface of the foot, so it will do the plantar flexion of the foot and it will do eversion of the foot. I have told you before that the muscles which are present on the lateral side will do eversion of the foot at the subtalar joint and the transverse tarsal joint. Then it will support the lateral longitudinal and the transverse arches of the foot. As they are present on the lateral side, so they will support the lateral longitudinal and the transverse arches of the foot. Now we will discuss the peroneus brevis muscle. See here, it is also originated from the lateral surface of the shaft of the fibula and it is inserted over the base of the fifth metatarsal bone. See here, base of the fifth metatarsal bone. Okay, then it is supplied by the superficial peroneal nerve, which is the branch of the common peroneal. It will also do the plantar flexion of the foot and it is doing the eversion of the foot at the subtalar and the transverse tarsal joint and it support the lateral longitudinal arch of the foot. Nerve supply is same and action is same for both muscles. Now the artery of the lateral compartment of the leg. It is peroneal artery. It is the large artery that arises close to the origin of the posterior tibial artery, which is the artery of the posterior compartment of the leg. Okay, it is the branch of the posterior tibial artery, which is the branch of the popliteal artery. It descends in the posterior compartment behind the fibula, either within the substance of the flexor hallucis longus muscle or posterior to it. This flexor hallucis longus muscle is the muscle of the posterior compartment of the leg. It gives many numerous muscular branches. Some of the branches pierce the posterior facial septum and supply the peroneal muscles in the lateral compartment. Okay, so number one is muscular branches. Number two, nutrient artery to the fibula. It will give nutrient artery to the fibula. Number three is the perforating branch. It pierces the interosseous membrane to reach the lower part of the front of the leg. It will come on the front of the leg. It terminates by taking part in the anastomosis around the ankle joint. So remember this thing, the peroneal artery, which is the branch of the posterior tibial artery, which supply the two muscles of the lateral compartment of the leg, will end at the anastomosis around the ankle joint. Now the nerve of the lateral compartment of the leg, it is the superficial peroneal nerve. It is one of the terminal branches of the common peroneal nerve. It arises on the lateral side of the neck of the fibula in the substance of the peroneus longus muscle. It descends between the peroneus longus and the brevis muscle and in the lower part of the leg it becomes cutaneous. Okay, it becomes cutaneous and it gives many branches in the lateral compartment of the leg. What are the branches? Number one, muscular branches. because it supplies the peroneus longus muscle and the brevis muscle. Number 2, cutaneous branch, as I have told you before that it supplies the skin of the lower part of the anterior lateral aspect of the leg, and it supplies the cutaneous innervation to the dorsum of the foot except the adjacent sides of the first and the second toe and the lateral side of the little toe. Okay, which is supplied, the lateral side of the little toe will be supplied by the sural nerve, and the cleft between the big toe and the second toe is supplied by the deep peroneal nerve. Otherwise, the whole dorsum of the foot will be supplied by superficial peroneal nerve. So some are cutaneous branches, then terminal branch, then muscular branch.